It is an amazing thing we get to do in the Red Cross every day. We enter the scene when a really bad thing has happened to someone. Our job is to not let that bad thing become a tragic thing. If the blood wasn't there, if we weren't there to help that family after that fire, if we couldn't get that military member home, that tips over into tragedy. We have this amazing privilege to stand with people in the worst of times, in the most difficult of times, and give them something back. It is an enormous responsibility, borne primarily by volunteers, to be there in those times of crisis and make sure that people get the help and the hope that they need.
I'm Vonnie Thomas. I'm a nurse, and I've been a volunteer with the American Red Cross for 65 years. Well, I started as a very selfish reason. I wanted to go to the Minnesota State Fair. I was in college. A bunch of us were in college, and we didn't have any money. If you took blood pressures and put on Band-Aids on, you could get in free. So I told them, and 10 of us just did that event, and I got hooked.
The most meaningful memory and experience and moment that I've had with the Red Cross is definitely something my executive director, Dan Williams, said to me. As we're sitting in the fire station, it was my first day, at the end of giving us all of this instruction, which is filling your brain with fire safety rules and what you're going to do and how you're going to draw a map for this family and what you should say to them. And he said, "Okay, everybody, let's go out there and save some lives." And that was the first time I'd ever heard that, and it was true. And to hear that statement and know that that was what we were going to do has been something that has stuck with me, and it's what I value so much about the Red Cross, is this very selfless giving.
I can't believe as soon as you put on a vest or Red Cross identification, the trust that the people have for you. Working after a tornado in Oklahoma, one of the tribal nations wanted to talk to me, and would I be willing to be with 2 young girls. They had lost one of their parents, and the other one was in ICU. I was not to talk. I was to only my presence. So I waited with them for 2 to 3 days. The day that I was to leave, I was told that these 2 young girls were there for me. They presented me with an eaglet tail feather, and they said, "May the spirit of our ancestors and the spirit of us always live with you." Well, I broke down and cried, and they hugged me. That's the only words they ever spoke to me. Only words we shared. It was the biggest thank you I've ever received. It isn't about me. It's about the mission.
The people involved just amaze me. I love meeting different people that work with the Red Cross because these people are so fearless and so committed to helping other people.
We hear of a disaster, not that we wish for disasters, but we hear of it, and you can just feel that adrenaline flowing, and everybody can't wait to get out to help the people. They want to respond, and it's because they care. It's because they care.
I would say to anyone who gives to the Red Cross in any way, who supports them through finance, through time, through blood, thank you. Because that act of giving is not only is it brave and selfless, you have honestly saved lives around the world. And that is one of the greatest expressions of community I think the world will ever experience.
The love of the Red Cross will always be there.